Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of SnowRunner on Hard Mode. Thank you for joining me, as always, for what's going to be an adventure back to Black River. Because after threatening it so many times, it is finally time to deal with some contracts. Although I say that, and actually, we've got a few bits and bobs to do in Black River before we touch the contracts. So they may be this episode. They may be in the next one. But we'll see. We'll see how long the various activities take today. And either kick off with some contracts or not. I think actually it's going to be not, to be honest, because I'm thinking about the list of things that I want to do, and there's a task, there's a contest, there's a watchtower, there's actually a couple of tasks, and some fuel shuffling, which all needs doing before I touch the contracts. So, a couple of minutes in, and I've already lied through my teeth to you all. Well done. Well done me. But no, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's going to be hopefully a productive session anyway. Taking off a few more tasks in Black River. And moving some trucks around. Ready to start some contracts in the near future. That seems to be the running theme of my episodes at the moment. Threatening to do some contracts, but not actually doing them. Anyway, I've talked enough about that. I feel like I've just repeated myself God knows how many times, so apologies if you lost your mind listening to me already. I hope everyone's having a lovely February. February as I'm recording this. It's been a little while since my last episode. Life got busy, so if anyone was hanging on for this one, apologies. Of course that only applies if you're watching live. If you're watching this at any point in the future, binging through episodes, this ain't going to make any sense. Maybe. Apart from putting a little bit of information about when I record these. Nice, bright, sunny weather in Smithfield Dam today. Not the case in England. It is grey, depressing, wet, cold. Famous British weather, really. So what's actually happening today? We are going to take the Chevy to Black River, first of all. Send it down to the watchtower that I've not uncovered, which is kind of right down south. And then from there, head on up north to the task, which I can't remember the name of. I think it's called something like entertainment for the locals, workforce entertainment. I don't know. Could be any of those things. It's the one that involves going to places and knocking barrels off mountains like a hooligan, really. We're going to head up to there to do that and potentially have a crack at the contest, which involves checking on meteorological data sites or something like that. Well prepared, as ever, to know what I'm on about. So that's what we're doing with the Chevy. Don't think I'll do that knocking barrels task or contest today. I don't know, depends on time. But we want the Chevy up in that kind of area anyway. Once that's done, it's time to follow up with the Pacific. Do pretty much the same route, but along the way we're going to do a couple of tasks that involve dragging trucks out of the mud. And also potentially pick up the large fuel trailer. And in the middle of all that, the GMC might do some fuel shuffling. So, fun, action-packed adventures lie ahead. Is this the way I want to go? Yes, it is. Kind of forgotten the route, or I was just too busy talking. A strong feeling it's the second one. Look at that tree, ain't it nice? Lovely. Oh, almost hit the wrong button. Well, I did hit the wrong button, but then the right button. But almost ran out of time. That's the more accurate phrase, isn't it? And whilst we're here, on these wonderful little rickety bridges that we probably shouldn't be driving across, let's refuel the Chevy. Because we were getting a little bit low there. Remember, forever ago, this is where we once desperately tried to winch our way to success with a Chevy that had run out of fuel. And what we ended up doing was winching our way to mild success, maybe. I don't know, I'm chatting bollocks, sorry. Where do we want to go? Towards the road. Let's just see where this will get us. I'm going off-piste, ladies and gentlemen. Which could have disastrous consequences, or could be fine. Never know with SnowRunner. Sometimes taking a shortcut has wonderful success. Other times, as I said before, shortcuts make for long delays. And in this instance, I think we're okay. Back on road. Water of the sign, water over the road. Somewhat understatement right there. Water in place of road. Potentially more accurate. Oh, it's lovely water feature over there, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. What's the hair for horses? Wonderful. Slipping around left, right, centre here. Goodness me. Big road. Big road in Boulder. What? Big Bouldering Road. There we go. Jesus, this Chevy's seen better days in terms of bodywork. But it's not too bad in terms of actual repair points. And I think the Pacific's hooked up to the maintenance trailer up here. So if we can actually get over the crest of this hill, mud tyres doing wonderful work on the road here. Goodness me. We'll give it a little bit of repair. Right. So, alright, going somewhere. Sliding all over the place. So, repair. Not from the roof rack. We want it from the trailer, which means we have to jump into the Pacific. Four repair points required. Go for it. Pacific, no damage. Wonderful. Back into the Chevy. We are going to refuel from the maintenance trailer into the Chevy, into the small roof rack. And whilst we're here, let's quickly pop into garage and see if there's anything New to install? I don't think there is, because the only things that we care about are not unlocked yet. I don't think there's a autonomous scout winch that's a higher power, is there? I explained that really badly, or asked that question really badly. But to try again, using slightly better English. Obviously the autonomous scout winch works even when your engine power is dead. I don't think any of these extended advanced scout or high power scouts work without engine power. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. If that is the case, it would be good to get one of them if they do work. I butchered that, didn't I? I hope you can all make sense of that. Engageable diff lock, we want that. We can sell off the unlocked one because we ain't never gonna use that again. Snorkel, they don't really make a difference. I much prefer the mushroom because mushrooms are cool. And we don't really need those repair supplies for now. See, this is the thing that I talked about last episode that's really good, but rank 14, miles away. Can't have the lights without the roof rack. And we've already got that with extra lights on. So cool. Yep, no, ain't changing colour today. I like the sunburst yellow. So, to Black River. With the added challenge of mostly being on tarmac now, so we're going to be slipping, sliding all over the place. We'll see if we can do it without banging the engine up at all, which usually seems to happen when you reach speeds in SnowRunner, and there's something so much as threatening as a pebble on the road. So there'll be a weird cut there because I contemplated diving into photo mode for that little puddle splash effect. I mean, I did dive into photo mode, but I just decided not to use it in the end. So welcome back to Black River. I'm going to scoot ourselves all the way down to here, basically. That's where I want to go. But there's nothing en route bar picking up. Oh, hello, drainage. Drainage, drainage, drainage. We need to do you at some point. Do we grab that bit now? Ooh, that's thrown me a little. Yeah. Sod it, we got the time. Let's get ourselves to this pump. Can we go that way? Should we tackle it from over here? I think actually this way is going to be the way to do it. Cool. So as always with SnowRunner, best laid plans disappear all over the place. But that's okay. I mean, it confirms my thoughts that I won't get to the contracts in this episode. But that's okay. We'll go and do some of this now. We won't actually complete this task because some of it is miles away, but it's good to get a couple of the locations ticked off. this is pod racing. No, it's not. This is muddy. Very muddy. Have I ballsed up by doing this? Doesn't look too bad. No visible winch attachment points. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yes. Deirdre? Deirdre! I don't think this is where to tea room, do you? Oh, piss. We've pissed on Mr. Chips there. There you go. If in doubt, go around. And drag yourself on a tiny little branch. Also helpful. This looks mighty wet as well. Now, if you remember back to the early episodes, where we drowned this Chevy, look how well he's come on. Look how well it's doing these days. Big wheels, tall mushroom cap, horrendously beaten bodywork, and slight camouflage with the autumnal bushes. Very nice. And tree hooligan. I was like, oh, just trying to work out where I needed to go. And you know what? If you actually have the mission active, it makes it a hell of a lot easier. Jesus, we've just gone flying past it. Wonderful work there. Really didn't need to go all the way down here, I don't think. That's okay. Oh, Deirdre, I thought I just saw a beaver. Wonderful, that's one. Slightly anticlimactic. And maybe I should go back the way that I came, as opposed to just sailing off into the distance. Now we're okay. We can island hop there, I think. Famous last words, of course. brings back memories of playing Mud Runner, because there's a map on that which is pretty much half of it's underwater or something. It's really dark and wet and horrid. And I remember just kind of having to just sort of follow the odd surviving tree or telephone pole that maybe marked a path through the aquatic highway. I don't know. It's good fun. Good fun. I have heard Mud Runner kind of described as a tech demo, whereas SnowRunner is the game, and I think that's kind of true to a degree. Mud Runner does quite a lot of good things from my short time playing it, but you know, there's no cargo variety. There's no really unlocking trucks in the same way. I don't remember there being like money and upgrades and stuff. It's just sort of, you kind of have all of them, I think. All the upgrades right from the get-go. I don't know, if you play SnowRunner and haven't played Mud Runner, and you either find it on sale or it's on a Game Pass or something, or PlayStation's equivalent, and you want to check it out, it might be worth it. Maybe. It depends. There's a solid non-committal recommendation there. Am I still going the right way? Yes. Yeah, I mean, I played Mud Runner essentially because I'd heard a lot of good things about SnowRunner. It was kind of, I think it came out in 2020, didn't it? SnowRunner? And I don't think I played it until 2023. But I'd kind of been aware of it and looked at it from a distance, like watching it on video and things, and being like, oh, that looks like a fun game. Because I like driving, and you know, I liked driving in Grand Theft Auto. And often when I complete GTA games, I just sometimes just go on them and just drive about, and it was kind of fun, and I'd make up my own kind of ideas of like, I'd always choose like a house in the game. This might sound insane to anyone listening, but I'd choose a house in the game that was like my bosses, if you like, and then just make up missions for myself, like, oh, you know, drive across town and get a tanker truck or something, or a military vehicle or a taxi, and grab that and bring it back to the house because it's needed for whatever reason. It was just an excuse to drive around, really. So then when I saw SnowRunner, I was like, oh, that looks fun. It's lots of driving and doing missions and stuff. So I kind of watched some videos of it for a while and thought, oh, maybe one day I wouldn't mind that. And then in about 2 years ago now, about Feb 23, I decided to get the, I can't remember what it's called. Is it PlayStation Premium or something? It's essentially the equivalent of Game Pass. I got that for a month and Mud Runner was on there, so gave it a try. Really enjoyed it and thought, yeah, if I'm enjoying Mud Runner, I'll buy SnowRunner. And I did. And here we are, at the end of a very long story. So refueling time. Bear with me whilst I concentrate on various menus. Cool, so now it's actually time to go down to here. And then we're going to track in, grab the watchtower, get back out, and then I think we can grab the next pump. So time for some uncharted territory in Black River. I was about to say for the first time in a long time, but of course we actually did some going out to grab that pump. So for the second time in quite a long time. What? No. For the second time in this episode, which is the first time in quite a long time, we're exploring a new bit of Black River. That rolled off the tongue, didn't it? Might not have even made any sense. Good. So yeah, the watchtower that I'm heading out to now, I'm pretty sure I did it on highway ties in normal mode, because there is plenty of trees and stuff to winch yourself along on. But there's nothing really of importance down here, I don't think, apart from one task, which is why I've kind of saved it till now. Hey, nice foggy swamp. So yeah, you've got the drowned highway truck down there. And that's kind of all you get from this area. I think it does give you some more, the drowned scout truck. But a lot of that stuff you can find quite easily without the watchtower anyway. So, back to, well, to the next pump really. Quite muddy along here, but because of the amount of trees and stuff, you can get by with doing it kind of straight off the bat when you start a new game. Really, it's just, unless you're desperate for the watchtower experience and a bit of map uncovering, maybe you want to do that highway truck mission. I just don't think it's really worth it. Don't know why I'm choosing to cross the road here. Why did the chimp cross the road? Because Deirdre got lost, maybe. Righty tighty. Tiddly spitey. It's time to go swimming with the Chevy again, because we all know how much it likes to swim. This, I don't know whether this is deep. It's not. I thought that might be a struggle, but here we are for anticlimactic pump number 2. What a treat. Was that my last? Yeah, so pump number 3 is over here, which is very much out of the way, and I'm not going to bother doing anytime soon. But what I do want to do is get out of the way, you black box of information. Get myself up here. Handbrake. I'm just trying to reverse in low plus. Nothing happened, so good work there. So I have read that you can see some wolves on this map. By wolves, I of course mean the wonderful furry little four-legged, not little, the furry four-legged dog-like creatures, not the football team from Wolverhampton. But I've never seen them. The wolves, that is. So, is that true? Is it true that there's wolves on this map? Shit the bed. I was just about to turn that off, but I didn't. Well, that was a bit of fun. That'll teach me for talking, again. Yeah, I'm not sure if I finished that thought. I might have done. I might be repeating myself. I might not. Appalling memory. But yeah, if you've seen wolves on this map, let me know. I'm curious. And how do you see them? Are they just in the distance? Is it a photo mode thing? So I'm giving you a lot of homework today. Telling me about wolves, telling me about scout winches. Possibly giving you the opportunity to hurl abuse at me for various reasons as usual. But particularly for that diff lock disaster. Now, Steel River. Is that a song by Chris Rea? Maybe. I'm going to park here. I'm going to turn the engine off. Ooh, hello, Big Green. I'm going to refuel from the heavy fuel tanker semi-trailer. And now, I'm going to dive into the Pacific. Because it is the turn of the Pacific to head to Black River. That was Saddle High, wasn't it? Yes. So I just want to double check that's what we've got on. I think it is. I think we established previously that you can't actually have a low saddle on this truck. But while we're at it, we'll also double check upgrades, because again, we did rank up, I think it was last episode, maybe the episode before. I've not checked anything with the Pacific. So Saddle High's already on there. Snorkel we can't get. Winch is stock heavy. I'm tempted to get extended heavy on this because it might be really useful, and this is going to do a lot of pulling over the course of the next few episodes. It's a truck that I think I'm going to use a fair bit. Do I want to spaff 15 grand on an extended heavy winch? What else can we have? Advanced heavy at 20, twin motor heavy at 14. I'm going to do it. Shout at me if I've got that horribly wrong. Ooh, stock heavy for 500. I'm not going to... Yeah, I'm going to sell it. No, I'm not. In case we want to... I didn't read if that's only for this truck, but it may be something that we swap back in to give the extended to something else in future. Engine, we've already got the best one. This part is only suitable for the current truck. Sod it, let's sell that. Visuals, don't care. Reinforced, no better lights. I know we've done all this before, but I have a terrible memory, I'm afraid. Colour-wise, I'm keeping it in RAF blue, as I like to call it. If you're not understanding what I'm on about, go watch a previous episode where I explained that. Don't know which one it was, though, so good luck. Just out of interest, what's the range on that extended winch? Doesn't appear to be massive. I don't know, have I just thrown 15 grand down the toilet? I'm sure it's fine. The thing is, if it's really, really bad, we can sell it and get 7.5 back. It's a 7.5 grand loss, but that is not the end of the world. But either way, you know, even if it's only a couple of meters, if that, in terms of extended length, that could potentially make all the difference at some point. So back in Black River again, and we are about to do the same journey-ish down to the drowned highway truck. So, where do we have to deliver that to? Unsure. We'll find out when we get there, I think. Anyway, time-lapse time, round 2. So, see you at the lovely blue marker. So you probably saw in the middle of that drive, well, towards the end of that drive, there were some eyes in the trees staring at me. Well, they looked like eyes. Not long after I'd left Black River. Are they the wolves? Did I just answer my own question in the video? Or are they something else? Who knows? Right. Stuck highway truck time. We've got to get the mission first. Cool. I meant to start tracking that. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. So I have to deliver it to the farm. That's very handy because that's where I want to go next anyway. Right, so now we've got to get this thing out. Well, it shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully the brute force of the P16 just does the job. It's also got a working engine on this thing. It's not broken, so that's going to help. Don't know why you'd bring a GMC down here, but, you know, each to their own. Oh, it's just getting a wee bit lighter. There you go, wake up everyone in the trailer park. Make sure they're just in time for the sunrise. Oh, it's bin day as well. How exciting. The Pacific does seem to have the turning circle of a cruise ship though, so you know, that certainly makes a few of these manoeuvres interesting. Start turning now, and ooh, a bit earlier than I thought. Right, I want a photo drag in this thing, so please bear with me. So there we go, that's one rescue truck, and a bit of engine damage for myself, apparently. And we're now off to the second one. Ooh, pumpkins. Sorry about your fence. Now, I do remember doing this. I should have seen that. Goodness me. Let's try that again, though. I do remember trying to do this stuck scout truck in normal mode and failing it God knows how many times because of all the mud. But I think I was doing it with a Fleet Star on highway tyres, so I'm hoping that the Pacific on whatever its normal tyres are can do the job. The issue with this one is you have to get quite close to trigger the mission itself. So we're going to do that, we're going to do that, we're going to start tracking, we're going to grab the Chevy, and then we're going to reverse out of here. Yes, power. And I think once again, photo mode time. So 2 quick truck rescues in quick succession there. I didn't actually pay much attention to how much the first one awarded. And that second one was probably about the same. Local entertainment, there you go. That's the name of the Smashing Barrels Off Mountains mission that we'll be doing at some point. Probably next episode. Maybe. I'm going to park the Pacific here for now. I'm not going to attach it. But obviously there's a lot of fuel in there that we want to siphon off before we take it up to here for Pipe Dream. So now it's time to pop back into our wonderful friend the GMC. We're gonna take most of the fuel out of this fuel carrier trailer, if I can get it the right way around. And we're now going to do a bit more fuel shuffling, because we're going to take this up to Smithville Dam and use it to restock the maintenance trailer that's up there. So we are on a bit of a back and forth here now. But it's probably the most cost-effective way that we can deal with this fuel, get the maximum amount of it saved that we want. Although it's going to be a bit of a two-stage process kind of thing. And what I mean by that is we're essentially going to, once we've dropped off this fuel, if we can get there, we'll take the fuel trailer that we just detached from, plus the GMC, over to where the Pacific is now with that big one, that big fuel trailer. Take 2,000 litres out of that and leave it in the smaller fuel trailer, and leave that at the gas station. And then the GMC will kind of head up north to a kind of refueling point. And what I mean by that is it's going to establish an area that's handy for refueling the Chevy whilst it does local entertainment and I think it's meteorological data, the contest that I was on about. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, you'll see what I'm on about at some point. Huh. That's the one. I've forgotten what the horn sounded like in this, so give it a little run. Cute. Sounds like a repressed train. If that makes any sense. So yeah, a little bit of back and forth today, driving the same routes. But it's all kind of weird pre-planning, really. Now I know ultimately the maintenance trailer that we're transferring this fuel into has to be dropped off somewhere as well. But I think for the time being, the fuel will be able to sit in there for a while and serve as another restocking station in Smithfield Dam, like it has been doing so far. And then if we need to empty it out at some point, well, maybe the GMC will come back. Maybe it will come back. Oh, I've gone in the exit. Oh, bleh. Concrete slabs. Just chilling. Right, so let's turn the engine off for now. We want to put as much in the maintenance trailer as possible from the fuel tank. Have some for ourselves as well. Then, okay, we're dragging 258 back, but that's not the end of the world, so we can use that to refuel the GMC again in a bit. So, we're going to check upgrades while we're here again. TranStar is battered. Wonderful. So, we've already got a better engine in, I think. Yeah, it boosts fuel consumption, but don't care for that. Don't need a gearbox. Suspension's already raised. Tyres, we could get better tyres on the GMC, but I don't think it's really necessary at the moment. Yeah, it's tempting, but I'm not really going to use it because we're mostly driving on road still. We can always drop to one of these at some point in the future. Winch, fine. Diff lock. It's engageable. Out of interest is... So this diff lock's only available for the current truck, in which case we can sell the unlocked one. Spare wheel. Don't care for right now. Snorkel. We're not going anywhere with this. Too crazy. Can't get that. And we've already got the fuel tank on, so let's not. What I'm going to do... No, I don't need the extra lights on this for now, do I? Do I want to change the colour right now? Oh, I like the white, actually. White and blue. Nah, let's keep it yellow. I like it. Cool. Alright, back to Black River we go. fairly uneventful journey there, beyond a fight with a traffic barrier. Right, it's time to do some fuel shuffling, sort of. So, what do we want to do? Refuel from the... Oh, am I not close enough? Ooh, not close enough. Goodness. I don't think. Unless I had it on there and ballsed it up. Right, let's try this again. So I'm going to refuel from the heavy fuel tanker into the GMC. Into the fuel carrier trailer. And into the fuel tank. Which leaves about 1,000 to take up north. So in fact, what we're saying about taking the GMC up north to establish kind of a fuel base, I probably don't need, because there's still 500 litres worth of fuel in the big tank that we can use to refuel the Chevy. However, it's time to leave it there for today. So as always, thank you for watching. I think next week we'll kick off, or next episode we'll kick off by probably taking the big fuel tanker up north, followed by the Chevy, and doing those tasks and contests that I was on about. So I'll see you in the next one. Thoughts, feelings, comments on walls, winches, and diff-lock disasters in the comments, please, as usual. Comments in the comments, obviously. But yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.